Hi guys, so this video will be about solving quadratic equations by completing the squares. Okay, I have here the steps. So number 1, divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. Number 2, put the terms of the variables on the left side and the constant term on the right side of the equation. 3, add the square of 1/2 the coefficient of x on both sides of the resulting equation. 4, express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of a binomial. Number 5, solve the resulting equation by extracting the square roots. And 6, solve the resulting linear equation. Example number 1. So x squared plus 4x minus 5 equals 0. So the first step is you're going to divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. Now, in this case, we're not going to divide this one by a. It's because a here is 1, and if we're going to divide the equation by 1, it is still the same equation. So you can just apply step number 1 if the numerical coefficient of x squared is not 1. So we're going to proceed to step number 2. So put the terms with variables on the left side and the constant term on the right side of the equation. So these two terms here will be on the left side and the constant term will be put on the right side. So negative 5 here will become 5. So we're going to have x squared plus 4x equals 5. This is for step number 2. Then step number 3, add the square of 1/2 the coefficient of x on both sides of the resulting equation. So square of 1/2 of the coefficient of x. So the coefficient of x here is 4. So we're going to have 1/2 of 4. Then we're going to square this one. So this is the value that we're going to add to both sides of the equation. So 1/2 of 4, that will be 2. Then squared. 2 squared is 4. So we're going to add 4 on the left side and on the right side. So we're going to have x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 5 plus 4. Then we're going to simplify this one first. This is x squared plus 4x plus 4, then 5 plus 4 is 9. Then step number 4, you're going to express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of a binomial. Now the technique here will be whatever number you squared in step number 3, that will be the number you're going to use in expressing this one to a square of a binomial. So you're squaring here 2. So we're going to have it here as x plus 2 squared. So this is from the number that you square, so plus 2. So you're going to have that one as x plus quantity of x plus 2 squared, then equals 9. Then step number 5, solve the resulting equation by extracting the square root. So you're going to extract the square roots of the left side and the right side. So extracting the square roots here, the answer will be x plus 2 equals square root of 9 will be positive negative 3. Then 2 will be transposed to the right side, so we're going to have x equals, this will become negative 2 plus and minus 3. So in here we're going to have two answers. We have x equals negative 2 plus 3 or x equals negative 2 minus 3. Then x here will be equal to negative 2 plus 3, that will be 1, or x here will be equal to negative 2 minus 3, negative 5. Example number 2, 2x squared minus 5x minus 12 equals 0. So first step, you're going to divide both sides of the equation by a, then simplify. Now a here is equal to 2, so we're going to divide both sides by 2. So this will be divided by 2, and this will be divided by 2. So the answer here will be 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. The negative 5 over 2 divided by negative 5x over 2 equals negative 5 over 2x. The negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. 0 divided by 2 is 0. Then, second, put the terms with the variables on the left side and a constant term on the right side of the equation. So this will be in the left side, and this will be in the right side. So you're going to transpose this one to the right side of the equation. So the resulting equation will be x squared minus 5 over 2x equals negative 6 will become 6. Then step number 3, add the square of 1 of the coefficient of x on both sides of the resulting equation. So the coefficient of x here is negative 5 over 2. So we're going to add to both sides 1/2 of negative 5 over 2 squared. So 1/2 of negative 5 over 2 will be negative 5 over 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Then squared. The negative 5 over 4 squared is 25 over 16. So you're going to add here x squared minus 5 over 2x. You're going to add here 25 over 16. And also on the right side, 6 plus 25 over 16. Then operate this one first. So x squared minus 5 over 2x plus 25 over 16 equals LCD is 6. So 16 divided by 1 is 16 times 6, that will be 96 plus 25, and the answer will be 121 over 16. Then step number 4, express the perfect square trinomial on the left side of the equation as a square of a binomial. So we're going to express this one as a square of a binomial using the number that you have squared in step number 3. So the number that you have squared in step number 3 is negative 5 over 4. So we're going to have that the square of a binomial is x minus 5 over 4 squared equals 121 over 16. Again, this is the number that you have squared in step number 3. Then for number 5, step number 5, solve the resulting equation by extracting the square roots. So we're going to extract the square roots here. So we're going to have square root of left side and square root of the right side. So the answer here will be x minus 5 over 4. And on the right side, square root of 121 is 11. And square root of 16 is 4. So we're going to have here positive negative 11 over 4. Then transpose negative 5 over 4. So this will become 5 over 4. So we're going to have our answer as x equals 5 over 4 plus and minus 11 over 4. Now we're going to solve this one. Now we can find two values of x here. So we're going to have first one as x equals 5 over 4 plus 11 over 4, or x equals 5 over 4 minus 11 over 4. So this is the meaning of plus and minus. So x here will be equal to 5 over 4 plus 11 over 4 is 16 over 4. So 16 divided by 4 is 4. And x here will be equal to 5 minus 11 is negative 6 over 4. Or you can have this one as negative 3 over 2. I hope this video helped you. If you have questions about the topic, please comment down below, and see you next time.